The Bermuda Triangle, the story and what we know today. They call it the Devil's Triangle, a name whispered with unease, a stretch of ocean where ships vanish and planes fall from the sky, a place where compasses spin, radio signals fade, and logic gives way to mystery. The Bermuda Triangle has haunted our imagination for decades, but is there really something strange going on? Or is the truth buried under layers of myth and media hype? Let us unravel this legend and trace its origins, famous disappearances, wild theories, and where the science actually stands today. Because in the end, this story is about more than just a stretch of ocean. It is about the power of mystery itself, how the legend began. The Bermuda Triangle covers a loosely defined region in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean. Its three corners are commonly said to be Miami, Florida, San Juan, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda. The area spans roughly 500,000 square miles of ocean. That is a lot of water for weird things to happen. The first hints of strange occurrences trace back to Christopher Columbus. On his 1492 voyage, Columbus wrote in his journal about a great flame of fire crashing into the sea and strange lights appearing in the distance. His compass reportedly acted erratically, though experts now think that could be due to the natural variation of magnetic declination. Still, the seed was planted. The term Bermuda Triangle was not coined until 1964, when writer Vincent Gaddis published an article in Argosy magazine called The Deadly Bermuda Triangle. In it, he detailed a series of ship and plane disappearances, painting a picture of a cursed seaway where the laws of physics were apparently optional. The article caught fire, and so did the public's obsession. Disasters that made history. Let us start with Flight 19. On December 5, 1945, 5 TBM Avenger torpedo bombers took off from a naval base in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, for a routine training mission. Their instructor, Lieutenant Charles Taylor, was an experienced pilot, but something went terribly wrong. Taylor radioed that his compasses were not working and that they were lost. Radio contact with the squadron gradually faded. Eventually, all 5 planes disappeared. No wreckage was ever found. Even more chilling, the rescue plane sent to find them also vanished with 13 men on board. That day, 27 people disappeared without a trace. The Flight 19 story cemented the Triangle's reputation, and it was not alone. The USS Cyclops, a massive Navy fuel ship, vanished in 1918 with 309 men on board. No distress call, no debris, nothing. Its disappearance remains one of the largest non-combat losses of life in United States Navy history. The cargo ship SS Marine Sulphur Queen disappeared in 1963 with 39 crew. The ship was carrying molten sulfur, and while mechanical failure is possible, no conclusive evidence was ever found. In 1948, a DC-3 aircraft flying from San Juan to Miami disappeared with 32 people. And in 1949, another plane, a British Tudor 4-star Tiger, vanished with 31 on board while flying toward Bermuda. Over the decades, dozens of similar cases have been reported. Small planes, private yachts, commercial vessels. Some were eventually found. Many were not. The mystery thickened and the triangle grew teeth. The most popular theory. To explain these disappearances, countless theories have been thrown into the oceanic blender. Let us start with the more grounded ones. 1. Human error. The ocean is unpredictable. Navigational mistakes, fatigue, poor maintenance, and weather-related misjudgments have caused plenty of accidents worldwide, not just in the Triangle. 2. Violent weather. The Triangle sits in a region prone to sudden storms, waterspouts, and hurricanes. Rogue waves, enormous freak waves that can tower over 100 feet, have also been documented. A ship caught in one of these might not stand a chance. 3. Magnetic anomalies. Some theorize that the Bermuda Triangle is home to magnetic anomalies that can mess with compasses. The Earth does have magnetic irregularities, but the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says there is nothing unusually strong in the Triangle. 4. Methane hydrates. This is one of the more scientific-sounding ideas. Methane gas trapped under the seafloor could erupt, lowering the water's density and sinking a ship rapidly. There is evidence that such eruptions have occurred in other parts of the world, but whether they happen here often enough to explain the disappearances is debatable. Now let us get a little weirder. 5. Aliens. Some believe the Bermuda Triangle is a hotspot for extraterrestrial activity. Ships and planes are being abducted by UFOs or pulled through interdimensional portals. This theory gets zero scientific backing, but it sells books and documentaries. 6. Atlantis. This ancient lost civilization, supposedly full of advanced technology, is believed by some to lie beneath the ocean here, sending out disruptive energy pulses. Again, fun but unsupported. 7. Time warps and vortices. Stories exist of pilots flying into clouds and emerging hundreds of miles away with lost time. Could the triangle be a natural time machine? Science says no, but it has not stopped the speculation. What science really says, when you look at the data, the Bermuda Triangle does not seem so unusual after all. According to the United States Coast Guard and insurance companies like Lloyd's of London, the number of disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle is not significantly greater than in any other heavily traveled region of the world. In fact, the area sees a lot of traffic, both air and sea, simply because it connects major ports and is popular for recreational boating and flights. More traffic means more potential accidents. That is not supernatural. That is statistics. Many of the famous disappearances also have explanations when you dig deeper. Flight 19 was led by a pilot known to get lost. His compass trouble may have been due to him being off course, not some magnetic vortex. The weather worsened and fuel ran low. The rescue plane that disappeared likely exploded mid-air due to a vapor leak, a known issue with that model. The USS Cyclops? Overloaded and with a broken engine, it may have simply capsized in rough waters. The same goes for other ships and planes. Mechanical failure, human error, and bad weather are consistent factors. But still, there are enough odd cases to keep the mystery alive. Enough moments where radio signals just cut off, or entire planes vanish off radar without a trace, to make people wonder. The role of media in shaping the myth. The Bermuda Triangle became a pop culture juggernaut in the 1960s and 70s. Books like The Bermuda Triangle by Charles Berlitz sold millions. Berlitz claimed there was something truly paranormal at play, and people ate it up. TV specials, magazine articles, and movies followed. The more mysterious the triangle became, the more attention it got. And attention feeds the mystery. We start seeing patterns where there may be none. We remember the unsolved cases, not the thousands of safe voyages. In many ways, the Bermuda Triangle became a self-sustaining myth, a perfect storm of half-truths, dramatic storytelling, and our deep human need to explain the unexplainable. What we know today. So where do we land? Here's the deal. The Bermuda Triangle is not officially recognized as a real geographic or scientific phenomenon. The United States Board on Geographic Names does not even acknowledge it. Neither do any major scientific institutions. But that does not mean it is not real in a different way. The mystery is real. The allure is real. Our obsession with the unknown is as old as humanity itself. We crave stories of vanishing ships and ghost pilots. They speak to something primal, a fear of nature's power, a fear of being lost, a fear of never knowing. And in that sense, the Bermuda Triangle is deeply real. It is a mirror for our imagination, a stand-in for all the unanswered questions. Whether it is just rough seas or a ripple in space-time, it is a story we keep telling. Why we still care? Because we want there to be places left in the world where not everything is mapped, where satellites cannot see and science cannot explain. The Bermuda Triangle reminds us that mystery still exists, that the ocean still holds secrets. And maybe that is enough. Maybe we do not need aliens or ancient civilizations or time warps. Maybe the real power of the Bermuda Triangle is in how it makes us feel. Curious, awed, a little uneasy, a little more alive, because not knowing is sometimes the most human thing of all. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into the mysterious, like, share, and subscribe for more stories that make you wonder. And remember, next time you are flying over open water, maybe keep one eye on the compass. You never know.